Hello everyone, Mrs. Bradshaw here. Today we are going to review volume, our learning goal. I can find the volume of a rectangular prism. So here is our first one. It says find the volume of each rectangular prism. Remember, volume equals base times height and volume equals length times width times height. In this first one, you'll notice they gave you the base of the prism and the height. So which equation do you think that you're going to use? We are going to use base times height. Go ahead and pause your video now to solve this problem. All right, let's go ahead and solve it together. So I have base 56 times 6. Volume equals base times height. I'm going to rewrite that, lining it up by the ones place. 56 times 6. Using what I learned from earlier this week, I'm going to cover up that extra number so it's easier for me to solve. Oh, it won't let me cover it up. Okay, well, I'm going to pretend that that there is covered up. So now I have 6 times 6, which I know is 36. Put my 6, carry my 3. I am now going to move this over and pretend that one's covered up. And 6 times 5 is 30, plus 3 is 33. So my volume is 336. I cannot just put 336. Starting now, if you do not put cubic units or units cubed, your answer will be counted wrong. You have to have a qualifier. Qualifier is a label with your answer, 336 cubic units. Go ahead and pause the video now to solve this one. All right, let's go ahead and solve it together. I'm going to use length times width times height. So I have volume equals 6 times 6 times 5. So I'm going to solve this first one. 6 times 6 is 36 times 5. So I'm going to rewrite this over here so it's a little bit easier for me. 36 times 5. I'm going to go ahead and pretend that that 3 is covered. I'm just going to put a box and pretend it's covered. 5 times 6 is 30. Put my 0, carry my 3. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So 180. So volume equals 180. I cannot leave my answer as just 180. I have to put a qualifier, cubic units or units cubed. Go ahead and solve this one. Pause the video now. All right, let's go ahead and solve it together. On this one, it gave me the answer for the base and the height. So I'm going to use this formula. Volume equals 48 times 8. I'm going to rewrite this, lining it up by the place value. 48 times 8. I'm going to grab a box or a sticky note and pretend that that second number is not there. So pretend that's covered up. 8 times 8 is 64. Put my 4, carry my 6. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 6 is 38. So my volume is 384. Don't forget, if I do not put a qualifier, then I would get this wrong. Units cubed or cubic units. Go ahead and pause the video now to solve this problem. All right, let's go ahead and solve it together. I'm going to use the formula volume equals length times width times height. So length times width times height. 3 times 7 is 21 times 7. I'm going to rewrite this where it is vertical, and I'm going to pretend that the second number is not there. So if you had a sticky note, you could cover it up. 7 times 1 is 7. And then I'm going to move my box or sticky note. 7 times 2 is 14. So my answer is 147. But don't forget, I have to put a qualifier. Cubic units or units cubed. Our last problem. Pause your video now to solve it. Welcome back. Let's solve it together. So this one has a length, a width, and a height. So I'm going to do 5 times 8 times 4. 5 times 8 is 40 times 4. I'm going to rewrite this over here so it's easier for me to do. 40 times 4. Then I'm going to pretend that that other number is covered up, and I have 4 times 0, which is 0. I'm going to get rid of that, and now I have 4 times 4, which is 16. So my answer is 160, but I can't leave it like that. I have to have a qualifier, cubic units.